What's next? 41. Am I still doing doctrines? We are still doing doctrines. Artillery. We can get improved artillery. Let's do that. Because we are using quite a lot of artillery still. And I'm going to say activate. In fact, you guys have done a pretty good job of building this up. German Empire declared war on the British. UK. How are we doing for our convoys? Still short, but we're building more. We have 176 now. And we, once again, have a surplus of infantry equipment. So part of the reason I'm doing this upgrade is while I'm getting free gear from other people, they tend to cancel it as soon as you are positive. So long as I keep on upgrading, I'll never be positive. So I'll never cancel them.
Ready, sir.
Alright, so purple line is basically done. So I'm just going to go ahead and cancel you.
Ready to move.
Oh, nope, there's another one there.
Orders.
So let's get you up to the Rockies now.
Orders.
And then the Greens. Do you seriously not show the... Oh man, that's annoying.
Commands.
Like, the time I would like to see where the other plans are is when I'm in the planning mode. I'm sure that's not always been the case. Go. Still got a fair amount of planning. Planning prep done. Then once I get to, like, California, we're going to have to slow it down a bit. Any destroyers yet? No, of course not, because we're getting the convoys. And we have all the oil we could ever want, and we are probably getting a bunch. Oh no, we're not actually exporting any. Seriously? Okay, we're exporting a lot of steel. That's it. Need a bit more tungsten, but we'll get that. And we'll need a bit more rubber in the future, especially if we start building more aircraft. Maginot is falling. Maginot is falling. Straight through the center. Germany's like, not this time. And... which faction are the Dutch in? Oh, they joined the Italians. Yeah, they chose poorly. They should have joined the Germans. The Germans could have bailed them out.
All in.
What are we doing in government? Still dominating it.
Let's go. Commands.
Oh, we're positive again.
Go, go, go.
Quick! Build some more units. Change them to infantry divisions.
Let them have it.
And Alexander Patch is not my genius. Griswold is. I think actually Griswold was part of the reason the Greens were doing so well, because Griswold is a really good commander. Then Patch is... no, sorry, Stillwell. He is an infantry officer, but he is the worst officer I have. Let's bring Patch back in.
Pushing them back, sir.
How are you doing? Oh yeah, you're leveling up nice and quick.
I'm moving.
And Rose is doing very nicely. Aha, infantry expert. Yeah, 100%. Well, maybe. I actually kind of suspect that Rose will want to learn Panzer Leader. I need to get him tanks, obviously, but he has such good attack ability that he is going to be the obvious tank choice. Which basically means that Griswold's going to be my infantry attack. Yeah, there we go. Griswold's my infantry commander.
Keep moving.
Or Patch. Patch could too. Let's make Patch our defensive commander. So that he can take and hold territory. With specialists. Oh, they have no defenses down here, so we're going to be able to just push. Because remember, everyone's uber aggressive, so they're just going to push wherever they can. Lend-lease from you, yes please. Oh no, our Salvador cancelled. Oh no! Misjudged! Quick! More National Guards!
Ready to move.
There we go. Ooh. Lost 2 more subs. Sorry, 2 more convoys. I'm gonna stop you protecting that. We're just gonna protect these 2. Because that's where all the convoys are being found, and that's where... Oh, sorry, that's where all the enemy fleets are being found. If we can force an engagement against them, I reckon we'd win it. Centralized fire control! Onwards to forward observers. Ooh, that's the reinforce rate too. Spend the monies! Mordred fights for truth, liberty, and the pursuit of profit. Yeah, we are, like, radical... Well, we are the Republican Party gone crazy. Libertarians is what we are. Pose Kai, thank you very much for the follow. Saprachi, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Good to see so many of you here. Just looking at the viewers, I was like, yep, there's a couple. Hi. Now I'll accept your lend-lease. Thank you ever so much. I need 255 convoys to sort all of this lend-lease. I have 211 going right now. And we can make our destroyers even better at submarine detection. Do it. I'm not going to spend points though, we don't have that many. Because apparently anti-submarine and submarine warfare doesn't give you very much. It's only surface combat, or more to the point, naval training. And there we go, killing even more subs. They do have 8 of them again. So they must be building more. I mean, they do have California, which has a lot of naval yards. Where are my ships repairing? Just have interest. Newfoundland? No, that's where you are right now. That's fine. Eastern Seaboard, okay. Virginia, Virginia, Virginia. Oh, we need tungsten. What do we need tungsten for? Oh, right, we're building more artillery. That clearly says Japan, and yet that's the constitutionalists. We want to get it from across the Atlantic, so I think the UK would be the better option here. We don't want it coming from the Pacific, because that is where the Constitutionalist Navy is still active. What's happening in Europe? Not much. France is just about holding Germany back. Italy is pushing back again. How many have died? It's got to be a lot. 2.5 million versus 2 million. Italy has lost 2.3 million. The UK has lost 1.3 million. France has only lost 600,000. So it's basically the UK doing the pushing. British Raj is still the British Raj. Institute of Fundamental Research. They haven't tried to split away. New Zealand is still in there. Fighter focus. New Zealand went back to democratic. I wonder if the UK has been doing state building or something. Yeah, Iran's in the Nova Imperium Romanum. Rome has claimed her. Submarine operations. Some own subs just got better. Let's just keep on researching those, I would say. Get the doctrines done. I haven't done very much air doctrine, but then we haven't exactly been fighting a lot in the air. And their divisions are definitely being whittled down. Are they out manpower? Almost. Huh. Interesting. Okay, I feel like you are going to be busy defending against Guatemala. So I'm going to reduce your line. I'm going to increase your line. We're going to continue pushing at the same time. The other thing I want to do is see where exactly these lines are. You know what? That's still acceptable. That's fine. Lost another 2 transports. But we are up to 221 of the 267 we require. We are getting a lot of Lend-Lease this time. And yeah, I know Guatemala is an enemy in the south. So I think what I'm actually going to do is... cancel. I just want you to stop. Your job is to hold the line. Don't attack them, just hold it. And that's why I'm slowly but surely pushing the Greens south. In fact, I want the Greens not to worry about this at all. That's going to be the Purple's job. Instead. More factories. Okay, so we've built all of this stuff, so now it's going to be tank time. We want some N3 Lees, please. And we're also going to want some... I haven't actually researched it. Actually, no. Keep you on that. Let's go for another line of fighters. We can always switch that back a bit later. Because I need to start researching mechanized in 24 days. National employment strategy has been complete, and here we go. Honor the Confederacy. Is in civil war. Current ruling party is fascist. Unlocks the honor the Confederacy decisions. For too long, the story of the Civil War has been told from the northern perspective. The story of the doomed rebellion. It is time that the other side is heard as well. And we're now, like, completely in the fight, and they are now almost dead. Wow, the Americans have really beefed themselves up here in the south. Cancelling that. I'm going to give you guys the objective of taking this. I'm going to give you... In fact, you know what? All of these guys are going to join that army. And you are going to be responsible for taking this. Eventually. Although we'll probably bring in Maurice Rose to actually lead that offensive. And then you are responsible for just taking out this southern section. Which for some reason they're defending, like, really hard. Yes, sir. I think I need to give you a different colour. Let's make you yellow. Yeah. Oh! Stupid frontline system. The idea that someone had before where you could link these two together so they would always move together, it's a good one. That's how it should work, I think. Just another 4 convoys. I could really do with destroyers. Unfortunately, all of my naval production is going into convoys at the moment. Which does kind of suggest that I need to get some dockyards up and running. Austria-Hungary have been reformed. The Danubian successor states of Austro-Hungarian Empire have recently undergone a wave of pro-imperial sentiment, and under the leadership of the German Empire have now elected to unify their respective countries once more into Austria-Hungary. The new Austro-Hungarian government immediately took steps to sign a formal treaty of alliance with the German Empire, openly giving their support to the German anti-British and anti-French foreign policy. Well, there it is. Austria-Hungary. I didn't think that could happen, because they didn't go down the Austria-Hungary route. In fact, it doesn't even have a focus tree. That's a bit disappointing. Are they allied with Germany now? Yes. So Austria-Hungary abandoned their former allies and brought the Soviet Union into the war against Germany. And China. And Finland. So Germany's just like, yeah, we're killing the French, we're killing the French, we're killing the French. Hey, Austria, we're killing the French. Wait, what? Germany took the focus to influence the Czechs, the Austrians, and the Hungarians. Well, it worked. I guess they'd have Poland on their side this time to act as a bit of a friendly buffer. Poland's actually got quite a few troops. Actually, so does Austria-Hungary. Interesting. This may have just saved the Allies. Although, Japan's in the war against the Soviet Union too. Korea's neutral. So Sakhalin could be a war point, and also this is going to bring in the Japan in the war against China. No, it doesn't. The Allies aren't at war with Russia. Poor Poles having a navy and no ports. Do they really have a navy? Oh, geez, they do as well. Oh, speaking of which, I have to bring this up because it's kind of awesome. You know the in the Polish game that I was playing, the Polish submarine was absolutely bossing for a really long time. Well, it turns out that's not actually ahistorical. The Polish submarines were actually kind of awesome. And continued fighting for quite a long time. I need to find the video about that. Give me a second. Because it is worth seeing. And also, in fact, there's a really, really good YouTube series called World War II. Many of you are probably familiar with it, but if you're not, it's done by the same guys as did the Great War series. And it's good. It's very good. And they talked about the Polish submarines there. Where were they? Here we go. The Submarine War. Featuring Poland. So go check this out after the stream, because it is so worth seeing. In fact, that whole series. Just watch that whole series. Absolutely worth it. You there just for a second. Though the Greens are going to have to kind of scramble to fill in the gaps. Oh, they have nothing left in the north. So I think we can go ahead and cancel the Purple Order right now.
Ready.
And say, okay. New orders. Damn it, stop going to sea. Nope. It's a simple job, really. Take all that stuff. Sank another submarine. Yeah, they are building submarines and they're building them rapidly. Austro-German Empire is called Austria-Hungary as our enemy in the Austrian Mar War. The threat of communism. Change of popularity and fascism. We're 100% fascist. And we could bring in another expert. Who do we want this time? I mean, ultimately, we will want the army logistics. I mean, that minus 8% division attrition is huge. But after that point, I'm not sure. Maybe Hodges? Yeah, probably Hodges. Having that extra bonus for special forces, that's going to be the Marines later on, is going to be important. And also, we have too many guns again. UK wants access. Nope. Denied. I was going to upgrade some units.
Command.
Let's do you three at once. National Guard, go. And the new Sabaton project as well, yeah, absolutely. Where am I from? I'm from the Netherlands, but I live in the UK. What was the name of the submarine? I don't remember that. And their pirates. Some of the and their pilots were some of the best aces during the Battle of Britain. That is also true. And also, yeah, between the two wars. I haven't actually watched much of it yet. Is this more or less complex than E4? Much less. This is a lot more approachable. I feel like I could be pushing more gaps. Oh, I'm sure I could. Like right there, in fact. And also right there. Part of it is I'm aware that I don't want to kill them just yet because I want to get onto the Confederacy. So, yeah, I could be pushing this harder, but I don't actually want to. Now the UK wants me to join the Allies. You haven't seen the emergence of the new faction yet, but we are coming. It will be awesome.
Orders.
Germany's calling everyone in against Russia. And we need a lot of support equipment now. Okay, so we built the naval yard. Oh no, we have... Forgot to move them to the top. Whoops! Yeah, I want those naval yards built, and I want them built quickly. Because I really want to get some destroyers out so I can go and hunt down those bloody submarines. So I don't need to build quite so many convoys. How are you doing? You're still on volunteer only. Okay, that's actually impressive. And you have 22... 55 factories, maybe? I have 225. Ooh, sank another submarine. How are we looking? What are you guys doing? Operating in an assigned region. You're not very good at it. You're in too many regions, so let's reduce where I think their supplies are coming from. So just those three. Whoops. I meant all of you, obviously. Yeah, cool. Newfoundland, Eastern Seaboard, Virginia. You're not actually doing anything because you are only one destroyer, so yeah, I can kind of see that. For Guadalajara. Good. Representative criticizes the president. How dare you criticize President MacArthur? He is bringing us all victory. That's right. Run over. Oh no, you're going to try and cut me off. That, I'm afraid, cannot be allowed to stand. Crush him. And you lot stop him reinforcing. Well, that's a nice colour.
Attention.
Punish them for it.
Taking aim.
Improved artillery upgrade 2 is done. Right, there was something I was going to research. What was it? Mechanized. So that I can start building them.
Ready to move. Attention. Move out. Yes, sir.
Actually, this is just going to result in a much longer line.
Ready to move.
Yeah. Don't go all the way.
Attention.
Let's do that.
Taking aim. Attention. Move out.
Alright. That's exactly what I wanted you to do. Just hold those positions. Much nicer. Okay. No chance that they can reunite these two fronts.